Now we will go for the next topic, inverse Z transform using partial fraction. Till now we found out the Z transform of x of n. Now we are trying to do the reverse approach. Given x of z, okay, how to find the inverse Z transform of that is given x of z, we need to find x of n. Okay, so there are two methods of finding the inverse Z transform. That is, one is using partial fraction, second is using long division method. So first method we will go for inverse Z transform using partial fraction. So I will directly jump to the numerical. Find the inverse Z transform of x of z, which is equal to z divided by 3z square minus 4z plus 1. Okay, so when you are trying to find the inverse Z transform of this, always try to represent the given equation in terms of x of z by z equal to 1 divided by 3z square minus 4z plus 1. You will appreciate this procedure when I go to the last step after solving this. Okay, why I have taken this z on the left side. Always try to represent the left side x of z by z in terms of x of z by z. And you know that when you are trying to find the partial fraction of this, okay, this equation, given equation, always the equation should be rational function. That is, the numerator power should be less than the denominator power. Okay, here the power of this denominator, highest power is z square, and this power is z to the power 0. Okay, means it is the numerator power of z is less than the denominator power. If it is not less than, okay, you should make that equation such that the numerator power is less than denominator power. Okay, that is, we call that if the numerator power is higher than the denominator power, the function is not called as a rational function. Okay, and hence we need to have the function to be rational. Okay, in simple terms, the numerator power should be less than the denominator power. Okay, so first step is to have the left side part as x of z by z. Okay, given equation you should represent in terms of x of z by z is equal to this, and then check whether it is rational or not. After this, okay, now I am trying to find the roots of this. Okay, so it is always easier when you have the coefficient of z square as 1, so that, okay, you will find, okay, easier to separate these terms. Okay, so what I will do is, if you want, okay, the power, the coefficient of this to be, okay, coefficient of this z square to be 1, then multiply, then, okay, divide it by 3 and multiply it by 3. Okay, so I will separate it out, 3, okay, I will take it out here, and then what I have is z square minus 4 by 3z plus 1 by 3. Okay, so what I have done is, what you want is divide it by 3, okay, and multiply it by 3. Are you understanding? So divide it by 3. So what I have done is dividing by 3, okay, is 3z square by 3, that is z square minus 4 by 3z plus 1 by 3, and multiply it by 3, 1 by 3 I have taken it here, which is now 3. So you know that how to find the roots of this, that is z square minus, so when you multiply it is 1 by 3, and when you add or subtract it is minus 4 by 3. So it is minus 1 by 3z minus z plus 1 by 3. Okay, so which gives you 1 by 3, z you take out common, which, okay, z you take out common here and here also, Okay, so z I will take it common. Z, what you have is z minus 1 by 3 minus, okay, 1 I will take out common. Okay, z minus 1 by 3, which I will get it as 1 divided by 3 z minus 3 1 equation, z minus 1 equation. Okay, which is x of z by z. Okay, so this is, okay, you have to equate it to now 1 by 3 z minus 1 by 3, okay, z minus 1. After finding the equations of this, a divided by z minus 1 by 3 plus b divided by z minus 1. Okay, this is how you try to find the partial fraction of this. Okay, now a into z minus 1 LCM, b into z minus 1 by 3. Okay, the denominator of this is z minus 1 by 3, z minus 1. Okay, this is on the left side, it is z minus 1 by 3, z minus 1. Okay, so you know that these two get cancels. So what you are left with, 1 by 3 is equal to a into z minus 1 plus b z minus 1 by 3. You can go any of your mathematical, okay, procedures to find a and b. So I will try to use the, okay, equation, okay, equating methods. So since I have z minus 1 equation, z minus 1 by 3, now first what I will do is put z equal to 1. So put z equal to 1 in above equation. So 1 by 3, while I put z equal to 1 minus 1 0, 0 into a 0. So b, when I put 1 here, 1 minus 1 by 3. So 1 by 3, b 3, taking LCM, 1 minus 1 by 3 is 2 by 3. Okay, which gives me, okay, 2 by 3, which gives me, okay, b equal to this 3 cancels, and this 2 if I shift here, 1 by 2. This is my b. Similarly, okay, in this equation put z equal to 1 by 3. Okay, put z equal to 1 by 3. So what it is, 1 by 3 a into z minus 1. Okay, z minus 1 by 3 minus 1 plus b into here this equation. Put z equal to 1 by 3 in the above equation, which here by putting z equal to 1 by 3, 1 by 3 minus 1 by 3, 0, 0 into b, 0. This whole term gets 0. A into 1 by 3 minus 1, which is equal to 1 by 3 I have written. Okay, so 1 by 3, this is 1 by 3 minus 1. So 3 gets here, minus 2 by 3. So a is 1 equal to minus 2a, a equal to minus 2, shift here, minus half. Okay, this is the equation. So what is that is x of z by z. Okay, come back to our, okay, this time. Okay, so what I have done is x of z by z. Okay, x of z by z was a divided by z minus 1 by 3 plus b divided by z minus 1. Come to this equation. So what is your a minus half, b plus half. Okay, so a equal to minus half. Okay, a equal to minus half 1 divided by, okay, so a was, okay, z minus 1 by 3, z minus 1 by 3 plus b was half 1 divided by z minus 1. Am I right? So a divided by z minus 1 by 3 plus b divided by z minus 1. So now x of z is equal to minus half. This z I will take it out. For completely it will be for complete. Z if you take here, Z will get multiplied to this equation, which is Z divided by Z minus 1 by 3 plus half Z by Z minus 1. Okay, so now you have to write x of n, that is inverse Z transform of x of Z. So you know that x of n, okay, can be a right hand sided sequence, left sided sequence, or a double sided sequence. And okay, how you come to know that is, okay, when you try to observe that sequence x of n, you will come to know whether it is right sided, left sided, or double sided. Okay, for writing x of n for a given x of z, you should be knowing region of convergence, that is whether it is a right, left, or double sided. So you will be given, okay, when you are asked to find the inverse Z transform, you will be given with ROC. Okay, so you are asked to find the inverse Z transform of this, okay, for different ROCs. The first ROC they have given is A is, okay, what they have given is, for first case is ROC Z is greater than 1. Okay, Z is greater than 1 means what? Okay, there are two poles here. You can observe this equation, Z divided by Z minus 1 by 3 and Z divided by Z minus 1. Z equal to 1 by 3, one pole. Z equal to 1, second pole. If you write the ROC, okay, for this, one is at 1 by 3 and one is at 1. Okay, just I am writing the circles. I don't know whether it is, what are the other values of Z, ROC Z greater than 1, less than 1 by 3, I don't know. First they have given is, I will write the poles for it. So what they have given is, find inverse Z transform of x of Z, that is find x of n for ROC Z greater than 1. Z greater than 1 means what? Your x of Z values lie somewhere here. Okay, so Z greater than 1, so it is obvious that Z greater than 1, obvious that Z greater than 1 by 3. Okay, so your both of these sequences are positive. Why? Because for a right sided sequence, try to remember the first one, okay, positive time exponential sequence, that is x of n equal to a to the power n u of n. Okay, x of n is equal to a to the power n u of n. Okay, so it was a positive time exponential sequence. What was ROC? ROC was, okay, Z greater than a. For x of z, what was x of z? For x of n equal to a to the power n u of n, z divided by z minus a, and ROC was z greater than a. And hence, now with that knowledge, z greater than 1 is indicating that it is z greater than 1 by 3, and both these sequences now are, okay, positive time exponential sequence. Okay, and hence I can write x of n as, keep minus half as it is, okay, positive time exponential sequence, z divided by z minus a turns out to be a to the power n, means 1 by 3 to the power n u of n, plus half z divided by z minus a 1 to the power n, means 1 u of n. This is your inverse Z transform for ROC Z greater than 1. Similarly, next ROC they have given. Okay, this equation will remain for all the, okay, ROC's cases same, but only thing is, depending on ROC, your x of n will change. Okay, it is positive time exponential, negative time exponential, and so on. ROC is now Z less than 1 by 3. Okay, Z less than 1 by 3. For this you are asked to find x of n. Okay, Z less than 1 by 3 means what? Okay, less than 1 by 3. So your ROC is somewhere here. Less than 1 by 3 means it is obvious that less than 1 also. And hence, okay, you know that ROC is interior to the circle for negative time exponential sequence. Example, x of n is minus b to the power n u of minus n minus 1. For that, your Z transform was Z divided by Z minus a, Z divided by Z minus b, and ROC was Z less than b. Okay, and hence similarly this is indicating Z less than 1 by 3, and hence both these equations are now, okay, negative time exponential sequence. What is x of n now? x of n is, keep this minus half as it is. Okay, z divided by z minus b, it should be minus 1 by 3 to the power n u of minus n. Okay, minus half minus for this. Okay, z divided by z minus b, minus b to the power n u of minus n minus 1. Similarly, half keep it as it is. Okay, half keep it as it is, and this z divided by z minus b, minus 1 to the power n is 1 and u of minus n minus 1. Okay, which gives you minus into minus plus half 1 by 3 to the power n u of minus n minus 1. This minus n take it out, minus half u of minus n minus 1. So this is how you find the inverse z transform of for given x of z with respect to ROC. Without ROC you cannot write the inverse z transform. Last one, C, ROC is 1 by 3 is less than z less than 1. Okay, so what this is indicating, z is less than 1 but greater than 1 by 3. So if you want, I will plot again 1 by 3 1 circle. Okay, this one. So what they have told, z less than 1 and greater than z greater than 1 by 3. So is this the region? Z greater than 1 by 3 less than 1. Am I right? This is the overlapping region. So what it is? Okay, it is a double sided equation. Okay, wherein x of n for such things. Okay, so careful, try to write this. What is this? Z greater than 1 by 3 want. Z greater than 1 by 3. Okay, z greater than 1 by 3, this equation. Z greater than 1 by 3. For this it is positive time. So it is minus half. Okay, minus half as it is, z greater than 1 by 3. So 1 by 3 to the power n u of n. Okay, and z less than 1 means what? Z less than 1 means what? This is negative time. So for negative time it is minus half. Okay, u of minus n minus 1. So like this we try to find the inverse z transform for the given equation.